Welcome everyone to episode 42 of Let's Play Final Fantasy Online. And we are picking up where we left off in the previous episode, and we really kind of had a high and low moment in the previous episode. At the high point, we were able to finally take the fight to Titan himself and challenge him to battle. And we were able to defeat the Lord of Crags, effectively unsummoning him. However, while we were reporting back to Limsa Lamensa, who was the original requester for help to the Scions, whether as a squad that was headed by an elite from the Garlean Empire's military raided the Waking Sands, and while defeating its defenders, they took a lot of the Scions prisoner. And fortunately, Neuraxia was able to stay conscious long enough to give us a message from Infelia, who directed us to take refuge at the Church of Saint Adama Landama, I believe it's officially called. I usually mispronounce it as Saint Adama Lama. But anyway, it is just to the northwest of Camp Drybone. So anyway, if you haven't come to the church yet, you would come to the church and you would speak with Elud. He would have that main quest marker over his head, but we did that previously. So we're going to continue with the mission. You can't take it with you. So without further ado, let's continue where we left off. Excuse me, Lightbringer, do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horologe, which was found in the pocket of a man here for burial. There is something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead. Obtain a bull-point chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, or perhaps they will be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. Let's see, 39... 39. Yeah, we'll stay with our Dragoon so we can catch up. Anyway. So yeah. Here is Camp Drybone. We are right outside the stairway entrance. And just so happens to be our traveling goldsmith here. A bull-point chisel, you say? And a pair of needle-nose pincers. Those things don't come cheap, you know. Thal's balls. I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. Alright, going back. My guess is we probably overpaid for it. It would be nice if our character was a goldsmith. We could craft a pair for him. But I don't believe that is built into the mission, to the coding of the game. Have you brought the tools I requested? Yep, here we go. Something occurs to me. Please, wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, the sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Lightbringer. This was a mistake. Please give the horologe to Sister Elund. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it's best that it be returned to him. Well, I'm sure he won't mind it, being repaired. Okay. So, looks like she is outside. Yeah, she's actually over here. Good evening to you, madame. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? Nope. I have something for you. Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time. Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I am given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marquis said that it belonged to the deceased. Oh dear. You don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But, mayhap more importantly, how did Marquis manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and trenching roads. Okay, we get a level 34 weapon coffer. Well, we got a number of stuff we can equip. Okay, and bring out the dead. I recognize you now, Lightbringer. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the Waking Sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you find closure. Okay, so we're going to cut to Vesper Bay, where we are going to help with the removal of those who fell in the defense of the Waking Sands. So we will see you there. Alright, we are in Vesper Bay, and looks like this is the individual who is helping with clearing out the Waking Sands. Eh? You don't look like one of them church fellas. Not that I'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the Lich Yard they go. Be thankful ye didn't have to go inside and see the carnage yourself. 'Twas the stuff of nightmares, I tell ye. Blank's damned Imperials. Spit. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hells don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, I ain't seen you around here afore. Or do you just have one of them faces? Ah, never mind. Any road, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the Lich Yard out of the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I have a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folk are starting to turn. What happened to the big fella? Ah, forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss them in the back. Ain't like they're complaining if you're rough. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in one trip. I reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the Lich Yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that our work here is done. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that, in doing so, you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that, for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect, and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Bury me not on the lone prairie. Although we can perform rites for most of the Scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic traditions. Okay, and with that, we need to go back to Gridania. And that's actually not that far from here. So we will catch back up with everyone in the East Shroud of Gridania. Alright, we are in Little Solace in the East Shroud. And we have to speak to Como Exio. This one is surprised to see Walking One in Little Solace. How come these one assist Walking One? Well, unfortunately, Eorzea. Eorzea! But this one does not understand. Kumexio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Eorzea! How did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Eorzea, but many Walking One's friends were lost as well. Eorzea. Eorzea went to Thanalan at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Eorzea at the end. Tell this one that Eorzea was brave. Tell this one that Eorzea did not suffer. She was brave, all right. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Eorzea home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would have Eorzea's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Interesting. So now we have to return to Sister Ul'Dah. I have to say, my first playthrough, I skipped through a lot of the commentary. But interesting what you find out when you actually read it. Anyway, we will see you back at the Church of Adama Lama. Okay. We are back at the church. It is still raining, but we are going to talk to Sister Ul'Dah. We thank you for your service to the church and to the sylphs. You may be pleased to know that, in your absence, we interred the remaining Scions in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I would remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please, take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Lightbringer. Let's take the money, thank you. Eyes on me. Actually, I have a piece of gear we can use. I'm not imagining it, Lightbringer. I know I'm being watched. This is different. Sinister. It is as if I am under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when I last ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? It will only take a moment. All right. So we go out into the area here. And... okay, we have to be on the lower level. So just inside the gate, we turn back towards that way. You're not around from here, are you? It'll take more than that to test me, buddy. And we take the sword with us. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait, Father Ul'Dah must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think the others may come for me again. Heavens forfend that such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? This is Garlean steel, which means the man who was watching Marquise was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come. And we'll take the shoes.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Cid Garland. I have come for you.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait, Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
Cid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Who are you?
Alphinaud Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the Scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The XIV have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Cid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Cid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity, so let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
Okay, and we're going to cut it there. Next time, we are going to start the search for Cid's airship and help him regain his memories. As every Final Fantasy has a character named Cid, this one is no different. Cid is an engineer, and he did have his own airship. In the next arc of the story here, we are going to begin a search for his airship, but also figure out how to deal with the XIV, or with the XIV's primal Garuda. And not to mention the rescue of the other Scions. But first, we need to make a statement, and alphinaud means for defeating Garuda to be the statement that the Scions are not finished yet. So, join us next time when we begin the search for the airship in Gridania, and maybe even Kurthus. Until then, thanks for watching. And take care.